Hello, hello. Again, my name is Pia Prana, and I am a coach, counselor, facilitator, and trainer. And I love to work with women who identify as good girls. And today I'm doing this video outdoors. It's quite windy, but I just couldn't help myself because it's so beautiful. And hopefully the audio is going to be okay, even if it's a little bit windy. Hopefully I don't blow away as I do this next video. And there's a reason why I didn't really want to wait to do the video, because it's already it's already like 6 days since my anniversary, but I wanted to really talk a little bit about my anniversary today. And, I say it's like love beyond surface level. And so today I really want to talk about embracing vulnerability for really lasting relating and relationships. So my beloved and I, my husband and I, we had our 15th anniversary last week. And my husband Raphael and I, we celebrated these 15 years with a gorgeous lunch in beautiful sunny weather to mark this significant milestone, because it's one that really is probably the most important milestone I have. Because between you and I, between Raphael and I, it's really a testament to the power of doing inner work. And for good girls, and I'm speaking about myself now, because I identify as a recovering good girl, this transformative journey of going from good girl to really embracing a love that is rooted in vulnerability and growth. And so when I embarked on my journey of transformation, I don't think it was really with the view to, oh, I'm looking for a man. It for me, it really came from this place of I'm deeply unhappy. But I do want to today, I really want to share a piece of this personal story as it relates to the challenges faced by good girls who often hide behind the mask of being nice. And so the journey of self-discovery really that led me to find true love started with just realizing, waking up one day knowing that, you know what, I am not happy. And very early in that journey, realizing that it came from this deep inauthenticity, the life that I was living. But that being said, there we go, there's always something. Most of my adult life, until the time I met Raphael, I found myself perpetually single. And it wasn't like, I was an ugly girl on the block, or I was, that I wasn't kind, or it wasn't nice to be around me. But it took me a long time to really understand why I was single for so many years. And when I reflected on my relationships, or rather the lack thereof, I realized that there was a pattern. And that pattern was a pattern of hiding, keeping myself small, keeping myself hidden, my true self hidden, out of fear of what would happen if I really allow myself to be seen. And, I think there was such a deep shame in me that I was just convinced that if people really saw who I was, love would be taken away. And this is a very core fear for many of us. But that, I realized, was a big piece for me. And as a good girl, I was conditioned to please other. And then I learned through keeping safe is that if I just prioritized others' needs over my own, I would avoid conflict. And that was really avoiding conflict at all cost. So on the surface, while these qualities or behaviors might seem admirable, they they really came at the cost or the expense of my own authenticity, my self-expression, and in fact, my self-esteem. You know, became an expert at wearing the mask of niceness, always presenting this polished exterior. And that exterior was that, oh, I'm fine, everything's good, yeah, great, right? But really concealing my true thoughts, my desires, my emotions, and especially hiding my vulnerabilities. Because that vulnerability, the shame of being convinced that if I was really truly seen, love would disappear. But deep down, I longed to be seen, really. I craved this connection that transcended surface level. And for many, many years, I didn't know that's what I craved. But I really yearned for a love that would embrace all of me, the good, the imperfect, the messy. There was a lot of messy. And then I was so terrified of the very thing that I was looking for. I was afraid that if someone really saw me, truly saw me, the real me, they would reject me, judge me, and find me unworthy of love. So it's a tricky place to be in, wanting so deeply what you're also most afraid of. But it was through the journey of self-discovery and inner work, which I actually embarked on many years before I met Raphael, that I began peeling back layers of conditioning and the shame and social expectations. And I also came face to face, like I said, with this shame that was so deeply rooted. And just to be clear, like, shame or guilt is I did something wrong. Shame is I am wrong, right? So it's a very painful place to be. And slowly, I started questioning the narratives that I had internalized, and I started confronting the fears that held me back. And a big part of that confrontation was to allow all of myself to be seen with my therapist in the group work that I was participating in. And I realized that being a good girl was not synonymous with being authentic. And as the more I allowed myself to be seen, the more I realized that, wow, people aren't running the other direction when they see when I remove the mask. They thought it was rather wonderful. And I was like, so I was retraining my inner world to believe something else of all those years I'd believed. So the people pleasing, I realized, was at the expense of my own truth. And so it was really about now starting to step into my power, embrace my vulnerability, and allow myself to really be seen. So for many years I did that, like I said, with my therapist in group work. And I was very much doing that when Raphael entered my life. But I still faced a choice in that moment, because one thing is to do it with a therapist or in a group situation, but then I was faced with this choice of, do I continue hiding myself behind a mask, or do I take a leap of faith and reveal my truth self? And it wasn't an easy decision, but I know deep within me that true love could only flourish in the space of authenticity. And as I embraced vulnerability and allowed myself to be seen, something beautiful unfolded. Raphael saw me, the real me. And instead of rejecting or judging, he embraced me with love, with acceptance, and with the joy of our humanity's meeting. Because of course, he's far from perfect. And our connection deepened. And together we embarked on a deeper journey of growth, supporting and encouraging others to step into our true selves, at least with each other. So last week, our 15-year celebration is really a testament to the transformative power of embracing vulnerability, allowing ourselves to be seen. And it's a reminder that true love blossoms when we have the courage to shed the mask that we've been wearing and show up authentically in our relationships. And of course, all this happened over time. But even when we were meeting, we met in a meditation and therapy retreat place, right? So we were already in a soup or in an ocean swimming in all of this stuff anyway. So it was the perfect place to meet, really. So you, we all are worthy of love. And even in some of our darkest moments, that may not feel true to you or to me. However, I would say that I'm a living testament that if it's possible for me to find love, then it's possible for anybody to find love. I never believed it was possible for me. And yet here, 15 years later, still going strong. And all thanks to our willingness to really do our individual work, take responsibility for what isn't working for each of us separately, and then meeting in the place of being willing to meet in intimacy with another. And for that, I'm so grateful. So I want to, and in a way, it's also perfect I'm sharing it this week, because at the time of this recording, it's just under a week after Valentine's Day. And I love that I can today, on a random Tuesday, celebrate love in a different way. So from my heart to yours, thank you for watching this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your insights in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. So much love until the next video. Bye for now.